Hey guys, this is the XRP Cowboy. Hey, this is Billy. We're just gonna have a little chat about some stuff going on. It's gonna be beautiful. We're almost there, we're almost home. It's gonna be beautiful. Hey driver, pull on over. I'm in a fight with God. This Carolina shoulder seems the place I'm getting off. Daddy always told me, never make a home on the road while your lady's sneaking out and the kids are growing old. Hey driver, I've been on this lonely road for long. All the love I've had worth giving was all spent on this song. Sorry, I don't know the song. Computer off. But I've been having some thoughts. I've been thinking about some things. I've been drinking some whale's blood. I hope everybody's doing well. I know it's stressful. I've been feeling the pain. I've been feeling the pinch, with this economy. And I've got like 4 businesses that are negative. So I'm having to sell a little crypto while I'm trying to buy a little crypto. It has been a nightmare. I'm like going to be negative 100K this year or something. And I was negative 100K last year. I'm dying here. I'm bleeding. Can't you hear me? 'Cause I'm screaming. But, I'm just thinking about all this stuff. With this week in XRP, there's so much volatility that could happen. That's a polite word for could be a shit show. But I have this feeling, the monthly close is going to be okay with Bitcoin, which is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? No, it's Tuesday, tomorrow night. It's like midnight or something where I'm at. This early for me. That's why I'm a little more bright-eyed. I'm not exhausted because I only sleep about 3 hours a night. Go to bed at 4:30, take my kids to school at 7:30, and I'm not somebody that can nap, so it's tough. I get to sleep in on Friday, Saturday usually, kind of sleep in because my son's got football. Sunday I sleep in, but my daughter's got soccer. But anyways, enough about that. I think it's going to be a good week. And I know we're close. I've been through the cycles. I've been through a couple now. Been in XRP since 17 and Bitcoin since 17. But I'm like, everything's different now with the ETF. But I think it's positive, net positive. And I know we have all this world uncertainty, but I'm just kind of thinking. I was thinking about how it's weird that all this shit's going on with Ethereum, and the price went up yesterday. It's not it doesn't make me feel good. It does feel manipulated. I can't tell you if it is, but it feels that way because we shouldn't be at these levels. And we have clarity, legal clarity, and Ethereum should have tanked when all this shit came out with Joseph Lubin and everything. It's just, so there's powers at B that control and you and me, and it's like, it's the money. So, I don't think the price is down for XRP because, there's derogatory news, negative news coming out. I think it's just they know the dates. And so they're trying to make some money somewhere else. And they'll jump in. But as far as, my issue right now is I thought XRP would have moved a lot more because I wanted to accumulate a lot more flare. And the narrative keeps getting better. And that is like a great buy right now. But I don't want to sell any XRP and I don't have any extra cash to buy it. I did sell some XRP a few months ago, maybe February, and bought FLR. But it was just to diversify myself. And XRP was up more than it is now. So I was like, why not, right? But the market cap's a little over $1 billion. It's under $2 billion. And it's down like 2 or 3% in the last year right now. I know we had this really low dip, but just get rid of the noise. Look at the yearly. I know traders are looking at that, and the whales that don't want to see us swim or win, they're looking at it. So it's like, God, and they're giving you like 4.5% every month back for another, I don't know how many months, over a year though. And that would be like great to exit. Like I would probably exit FLR, like a large chunk. I always leave 20% behind just so everyone knows everything I buy, just in case. Sometimes that 20% has made me more than the sale of the 80% that I owned. So it's not a bad strategy. And of course, when that happens, you got to sell somewhere. I always sell when I've never made it to it. Let me clear that up. I've never made it to where the 20% has made me more. I've sold 10% about halfway up, but the other 10%, rides it out. I write this stuff down. I forget it. That's why I love just putting limit orders and sell prices, because it's so hard with the market how fast it can move. And I've been like, why do I have like X amount in my account of cash? I mean, what did I sell? I didn't know. I checked all the prices of everything I owned. Didn't say, but it sold like 4 or 5 days prior than the 1 day chart. And there was a spike, Love it. Costco has this whale's blood that is like so cheap from Spain. And the first bottle you have, you don't like it, but I bought a case. So I'm going to drink it, and minimal feels in the morning from it. And it actually has a great taste. I think a more sophisticated drinker of wine, not me, but somebody would say the first time they may have not a good opinion on it. But then the second time they'd say, this is the shit. But so I want to buy some more Flair. I want to buy a lot, but I want XRP because I have a average sell cost, and my first one isn't that high. But you got to remember, it's 20% of my XRP was a trading bag that I was going to double my money with. Once again, didn't set limit prices, and it did that. But I still don't want to sell it. So, I want to get maybe to $1. I do have a sell price now for $1.10 for 5% of that, $1.50 for another 5%. But bottom line is I want to hit those so I can buy some Flair. But we're in XRP, so we're probably not going to get that opportunity. I thought XRP would rocket before some of the alts that I owned or wanted to buy back because I sold. So I've been fucking wrong. I've been right about the Ethereum, ETHgate thing, and that was I said that right after the lawsuit. I was right about these tether concerns. We were right. You were here for the ride. And if you were here then, if you've been a long-term viewer. We said that XRP would give clarity on XRP, not the space, and that would work to our benefit once another, and then later I said, well, we're not seeing it right now. I thought, honestly, a lot of money would flow in because of that alone, but then I reiterated that and said, I was wrong because we need to see another major player get sued by the SEC. And then a lot of that would transfer to XRP, that market cap, as well as the world would understand that certainty is important, especially, when you have a major player, going down. Sorry, my eye looked really dark over there. It looked like, well, look. I just had a closed head injury. It's still bad. But seriously, I did. I just don't want you to see it. Long story. It had to do with a girl. But anyways, we're just, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. We win in the end. I'm certain of that. And I'm certain because, I have my whole life invested in it. If I'm wrong, it's going to affect my kids, my wife, everything. Our living, everything. So I put every extra dollar I had into XRP. I diversified like 10% of that into alts, but that's not in total alts. But that's not really shit. But So I had this thought, I want to get to these prices to where, I have prices that actually, my prices represent what I need to purchase something that I think would be life changing, like a lake house. And I was talking to my buddy the other night at a bonfire, and he's like, okay, so you're going to have a lake house. How are you doing that? I'm like, well, I'll tell you. I maxed out the iTrust SEP IRA. And, if I get like a 10X or something, or a 5X or a 4X, whatever, I'm in Michigan, you can get a lake house for 350. It's not my dream one, but it's would hold my family. It's like 1,600 square feet with 3 bedrooms, on a good lake, not the best lake. The lake house's price is based on, the lake, right? That's a big variable. So, I've seen on Lake Michigan 1,000 square foot lake houses for $1 million. But I don't want Lake Michigan. I don't want a cold lake. I want to have pontoon boat that I can rent out, make some passive income, and I want to jump in warm water and not worry about riptides and shit, with my kids. So, you know, I don't see the value in that. I would be more prone to pay more for more of an inland lake house because, of Michigan. Um, Clearly because the Great Lakes surround Michigan. But then my buddy's like, that's really cool. What would you do with that? Well, once if you put your XRP in your SEP IRA, so what? I'm like, what? Why would you're going to have to sell it to buy the lake house? I'm like, no, I'm avoiding capital gains tax because if XRP goes up 10x on an exchange like Coinbase, or anywhere, I'm gonna be paying a fucking shit ton of tax when I sell it to buy the lake house. Call it 30%, 40%. I don't even know. But let's just say we got lucky and got $1 million out of it. It's 400,000. I don't want to pay that. Let's say you had $500,000 XRP, 200,000. I don't want to pay that. What if you have $250,000? You're gonna pay 100,000 or 80,000, whatever it is? Fuck no. Fuck that. So I put it in my SEP IRA. And on iTrust, you can't buy a lake house in it, but you can in your SEP IRA. So what I would do when I hit my price target, sell it, put it into cash in my SEP IRA. There's no capital gains fees, and I'd transfer it to um, an IRA management company that will allow you to put a lake house in it, and you can. And you're going to have, to me, it's better than Apple. I can't take the kids swimming or kayaking with an Apple stock. And a lake house is going to follow the market. Plus, you've got the opportunity to make double that income through rentals, like a pontoon boat that you paid $10K for, because you're not going to have a nice one for these rentals. And why is that beautiful? Well, you're getting the market price, but you're getting a dividend from it that's much greater than an Apple dividend or any other stock. It's the rentable income, and it's tangible, so you can fucking stay there and enjoy the amenities. And of course, you're going to have to pay taxes on the dividends, as I'm calling it, gains, but there's a lot of maintenance, and there's a lot you can do legally with your taxes to, eat away at those gains. You're still way ahead. There's a lot of write-offs, but just do what the billionaires do. Now you're in that weird situation. And my buddy's like, what would you do with the money? I'd probably expand the rental property because of taxes, or if I was lucky, I'd have a big enough property where I could build a small cabin to help with that. But he was like, well, let's just say, after all that's done, what are you going to do with the extra money? And I'm thinking, save for another rental property. And he's like, yeah, but are you going to put it in the bank? And I said, no. He's like, I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, wait, no. He's like, where would you put it? I said, probably buy some more XRP. He's like, well, what if the price is way up? I said, I don't care. if I get what I want, if I out of XRP and I sell, which I'll always have 10%. And I say always, I mean till retirement and I'm done working. But and then I'll live off of it. But I said, you know, I don't care if I were to sell XRP. Let's say we use a number people talk about $10 to $12. I'm not saying I would be at my 10% either. I would still hold a lot at that price. But let's say I sold it all at $10 or $12. And I bought all these things that gave me this income and everything, passive income. And then I started, I couldn't write off any more by fixing the place up or whatever I wanted to do to expand the rental value. And I was making money every month. I would buy XRP at $15, $16 because I got what I needed out of it. If your goal is to pay off your house, fucking great. Sell it when you can pay your house off. Maybe keep 10%, or sell it all. And once it's paid off, that fucking payment you're paying, even if XRP is way up, start fucking buying it back. I mean, this is my advice to myself. We're supposed to say this isn't financial advice, and it's not. But what I'm saying is because I've been in that situation where I could have bought the lake house twice, and I didn't, and I lost it all because I've been through a couple cycles. So you don't know when the top's coming in. And we don't know if we're going to have this cycle thing anymore once crypto is regulated and everything. Now that there's an ETF, that Bitcoin is, I think, pretty protected. I can't imagine Bitcoin's going to drop 80% now that it's got an ETF. And if it doesn't, nothing else is going to. So I think the cycle is over, the 4-year cycle. But, I mean, large investors invest 5-10 years out. So the 4-year cycle with the happening, they're going to buy it today. They're going to buy it the day after because they're going to say the supply is going to be cut in half. And they're going to look at it like 8 years out. It's going to be cut in half. It's only going to be this, and then it's going to be this. And the whales always run the market. And they don't mind waiting for, a few years. They don't. Especially when they have an asset that's going to be worth more 2 years down the road while they're waiting for the 3 or 4 years. It's just a beautiful place we're in. I'm worried about the world, but, I just think, I'm at this point where it's all crypto. I don't want to have money sitting in the bank. I keep some in there for payroll and stuff, and I have to take some of crypto out every week to cover it, but I only do that because I don't want to pay the fees to sell crypto, or it would be 100% in crypto. And then I just send it instantly the minute before it's due, the payroll, But they charge a bunch of fucking money for that, and it adds up. What it's doing is it's reducing your crypto holdings. That's the net effect. So, I don't know. I have all these beautiful dreams. And I've been wrong a few times, believe me. I've been wrong a lot. But from a logical perspective, it sucks that we're always getting this opportunity cost by not investing in other things. But I just hope, we get back to all-time highs this year, And I'm saying, in the next few months, It's weird. I've made a lot from it, but it's cost me a lot by staying in it, And we all share this. But the circus is falling down on its knees. The big top, it's crumbling down. It's raining in New Baltimore, 15 miles east. We should be, no one's around. I need a phone call. These train conversations passing us by. I miss you, and I don't have nothing to say. You get what you paid for, but I just have no intention of living this way. I need a phone call. There's things I remember, things I forget. I miss you, I guess that I should. 3,500 miles away. What would you say if you could? I need a phone call. Like, subscribe, please. The future is now. Anything lost can be found except time. 20% of all matters. You want to change your past, change tomorrow, because the day after, when you look back, you're a different person, you're a better person, and you're beautiful. Love.